Okay. So I will call the meeting of the City of Monona Landmarks Commission for Tuesday, February 17th, 2026 to order. One is here except for John Chapman. Dispense with, we have the minutes from the July 15th meeting of last year. Does somebody want to make a motion to approve the minutes? What do you guys?
I'll second.
Any changes? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, so yeah, first, is there anyone, are we on live online or?
Yeah, we should be.
Okay, so if somebody wanted to make an appearance by Zoom, we could.
Yeah.
Is there anyone in the waiting room or? Okay, didn't think so. I was thinking,
I'm honestly not here.
Probably.
Surprising.
So yeah, but first thing I wanted to do was take a minute to let Henry introduce himself. I know y'all met him just now briefly, but Henry, want to get us? Sure.
Yeah. So my name's Henry. I'm from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. I did my undergrad at UW Stout for art and animation. Took some online classes after that, thinking maybe I would make a shot at going into the movie industry for animation. And then eventually learned that I shouldn't do that, didn't want to do that anymore. What moved to Madison, Wisconsin, and sort of got into urban planning sort of topics there, just seeing the infrastructure, especially bike infrastructure in the city. And got in touch with the bike and pedestrian planner there, Renee Calloway at the time, and sort of asked her how she got that job. And she sort of told me about like the urban planning degree and put me in touch with some urban planners. And long story short, one of them recommended the degree at UW Milwaukee. So ended up going for my master's there in planning. While I was there, interned at Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation for the doing the historic tax credit state. Also was a research assistant for the Center for Pedestrian and Bicyclist Safety. And after graduation this past summer, did an internship or a part-time job with the Wisconsin Bike Fed as a walk ambassador. Yeah. So, and then applied for jobs, and now I'm back in the Madison area. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thanks.
And then we have a new commission member. Matt, you want to introduce yourself briefly? I think everybody knows.
Well, I've met everybody. I think I introduced myself. So I got something. Yeah.
Not our neighbors.
Oh,
Across was neighborhood. I was on the Landmarks Commission for 3 years, maybe before COVID hit, and glad to be getting back involved and volunteering in the city. With transit committee before that. I live in the Willard Tompkins house. Willard is for Tompkins house, which is a National Register as of last year. So, and I am a staunch advocate of art preservation, particularly when it comes to those temporary homes. So,
And what do you do for it?
I'm an architect.
All right, good. Great. Well, thanks for agreeing to come back on the committee. I cannot promise that we won't ever talk about the Pagoda.
Oh, I have that condition. If a pagoda does come up, I may. I'm just kidding.
And I was gonna say,
So,
on another board, and we are going to now have it that you either dismiss or address old business. That we shouldn't allow it to be dragging on.
Right.
So
Well,
can address or
Right.
You can bring
dismiss.
that up when it comes up.
Yeah. It becomes
It's on the work plan, but
Yeah.
it's down ways, so,
Oh, yeah, I see there.
Very good. Did talk to Nancy about that.
So item 5 is order of business. I didn't know we used that on there. That's commitments. Parliament. I got 6A unfinished business is discussion and possible action on the Royal Airport Charles Lindbergh marker at West Broadway and Beltline.
Okay, close the door.
Oh, yeah.
No, you
No, we
can close the
can't.
door.
Oh, we
Don't
can't.
worry. You can, like,
Partial.
Yeah,
Partial.
or if you wanna,
Stick a chair. There, that'll.
Thank you.
yeah,
That was,
I was gonna, you could also move away from it.
sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, okay, so, yeah, the landmark marker, reading through the minutes. Refreshing my recollection, we had last July had decided that we did want to do a second marker at the Lindbergh site. And that it would be an 18 by 24. Can't forget the names, but one of the standalone kind of signs.
Angle, like interpretive, angle interpretive.
Yeah. So. So now. Henry's gonna take us through and put together a presentation on trying to come up basically with the language that we put on.
Right, yeah, basically I wrote, well, the text is what's important, but then I came up with some possible titles. And then I'll try to talk towards the mic here.
You're fine.
Oh, is it?
It's
exciting.
yeah.
Okay, cool. And then this, I sort of put together a graphic just to mostly to see if the spacing would be too much to put on a plaque. This is by no means like final design.
Right.
But yeah, so I guess yeah, so some possible titles that I came up with were, later beliefs, Lindbergh's beliefs, Lindbergh anti-Semitism, anti-Semitic beliefs, historic perspective, fallen hero. Just throwing out some titles there. And then I had some draft text. I tried to keep it sort of in line with the amount of text that was on the existing plaque here for the Royal Airport, and on the other end for Lindbergh, that was where around 480 characters. And then I went a little higher, but it'll be separate plaque. But so yeah, I just kind of wrote, Charles Lindbergh, an accomplished American aviator, author, scientist, engineer, and environmentalist. Despite these achievements, he began to speak openly about his anti-Semitic and white supremacist beliefs. Leading into World War II, he became a spokesperson for the America First Committee. In his 1941 Iowa speech, accused the Jewish community of pushing the United States towards war. His words, along with his acceptance of a German Nazi medal in 1938, severely damaged his public reputation going forward. And I kind of just put that together based on Thor's materials, basically,
Right.
Including Minnesota Historical Society's advice of sort of introducing his accomplishments first, and then moving into the anti-Semitism aspect. And then I thought a possible thing at the bottom, I don't remember where I got this, but just saying that racist, basically,
Right.
racist stereotypes are antithetical to an inclusive society. So that's the first draft.
Does anybody have any comments on
not on the wording in particular, but why is Blooming Grove Historical Society on it?
So I took this template from the Minnesota, or actually it was, I forget what, Historical Society, but I basically just replaced the text. And
Oh, okay, you probably, I think it
Yeah.
would need to be changed then to the Landmarks Commission.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
We're not the same entity.
okay, yeah, I'm not sure why I did that, but okay, noted.
it's not even your correct name, do it. The Historic Blooming Grove Historical Society.
I guess I did, sorry.
Um. So I did have a couple of small, like a word set things, but I guess my only question is. The other, the one event that was central to his life is the kidnapping and murder of his young son. It did seem that he kind of went, that's kind of at the beginning, I don't know. It certainly happened that, and then his anti-Semitic views and statements, dislike of America, came after that. So I don't know if that was worth mentioning in some way. I mean, at the time, it was apparently like a world famous.
Right,
crime.
that's like Frank Sinatra's son, it's the whole thing, you know, how any of those kidnappings were.
Right,
Yeah,
and he was still a world famous aviator, so that wasn't.
Traumatic event for him that maybe ran toward the extreme, so.
Yeah, and even if it didn't, I mean, that's pure speculation, but I think, but it does seem like a historically significant event
the
that
dent in
could
it
happen
there.
in its life.
I think the Minnesota ones had a little bit more information, like different things about his life. Not just this one particular thing. It seems like if we're doing an angled sign that could fit more than just this piece,
Right.
might be nice to mention something like that in
Mhm.
Yeah.
The trauma,
That might be.
yeah.
Right,
Like.
Because are you
more-
thinking the photo
more
too?
information about it.
Yeah,
that was just sort of, think, again, like
A
figuring out
space.
how much like text I could sort of fit on,
Okay.
yeah. And so this is where I took it from, and
Mm-hmm.
then just sort of cut it down smaller. I didn't know that the dimensions were 12 by 18, so that's good.
Right, 18 by 24,
Oh, 18 by 24.
Yeah.
Okay,
that was in the minutes, actually,
okay.
thankfully.
But yeah, definitely probably could fit
Mhm.
more, yeah.
Maybe I don't know. On the other, what's the other side say about him? You had that copy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so. Yeah, it said Royal Airport, then called Penco Field, welcomed Lindbergh and the spirit of St. Louis in a triumphal visit to Madison 27, 3 months after his historic transatlantic solo flight. He circled the field 3 times and then banked into a perfect landing at exactly 2 p.m. Lindbergh returned to Madison in 28 to receive his honorary degree of Doctor of Law. Each visit, Lindbergh strongly advocated commercial development of aviation.
So that's more of a flight, not of him,
Well, it's part.
right? Meaning it was more describing the flight of that, but yeah, so maybe having more of his personal background. Do we know where he went to school?
Yeah, UW. At least that's where he started. It's,
Didn't we talk about having someone else write this? Or
I think
review
it was raised of the name of the company,
It was
Cat or something like that.
no,
Pollywog?
Pollywog, that was it. You were close.
When Rick presented this to us, I thought we had talked about having it's a Jewish group or whatever, kind of review the language that we were thinking of putting on it.
How about did AI go do that for you?
Well,
I'd rather have the
Yeah,
actual.
but yeah,
Well, I did find some Jewish groups in Madison that I was, wondering if I should reach out
Okay.
to. Jewish Federation of Madison, Temple Bethel, Congregation Shari Shabbat of Madison. I could reach out to one or all of them.
Right.
Once we
You could also
Right.
reach back out to Rick, because he is the one that brought this forward to the
Mhm.
commission.
Yeah,
It's true.
Bear with me for a moment. I have to understand the history of this site. Why is it important that a guy who flies there 3 months after he's gone across the Atlantic important historically? Why is it important? It's not the actual on the leg of the trip that he's going there. What was the, what did the state decide or the community decide back in the day that this is important to make it a landmark site of some?
We don't have documentation for that.
Okay,
I would
But we
state that it was
can't
probably the
undoc-
Royal
we don't
Airport.
can't Unlandmark it,
Yeah.
so.
it's
let's
done.
add to.
Right.
It's done.
So
I
we
get
wanna
that.
add more
Yeah.
context to it, to
But
say, okay, he's this guy, but he's also this guy.
Mhm, mhm.
I mean, I think part of it was it's Royal Airport in itself was a significant local landmark, and state landmark, is one of the.
Yeah,
I
like the
guess
first
first
part of
airport
it
in
tells
Madison,
us
really.
about the airport itself.
Right, get
Yeah.
that, yeah. And because it mentions Lindbergh, there's a feeling that there should be some additional context to
Right,
this person's life that reflects negatively upon him, quite honestly. So,
Yeah.
Or just that, you know, with, as times change, we should change also in how we describe somebody. So here we're describing him as the hero because he's done this and he's done that. But really now what's come out behind the curtain is maybe as important to talk about also. Yeah,
Yeah, so we can't go back and relitigate the original decision.
no,
Otherwise, I would say,
Right.
this is not really that significant 3 months after he did it, who cares? But,
it was a big deal in town at the time.
The event
I mean, it
was.
attracted.
the big mural on, off Broadway, far.
Yes.
Celebrates it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
yeah, cause you figure there wasn't a Middleton airport yet. Cause that's where Maury went,
Right,
and there was not a Dane County airport, cause that was just a
it was, yeah,
landfill,
Okay,
yeah,
thank
so,
you for the context, I appreciate it.
yeah.
I mean, we did talk about, well, you know, just. Get rid of it,
Yeah,
but we can't, I mean, we feel it's on the back of another. That's required taking the whole thing down, but mainly, I think. It was more like not gonna erase history, kind of, rather than give less information, yeah, just context to it.
I do like though the concept of adding more about him.
Yeah.
Than just that he landed here, blah, 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 maybe just, yeah, more
Sure.
context.
I can do that, yeah. So,
So I think the first thing though, I think you need to contact the sign company and find out like how many words and characters will fit
okay,
and. Yeah, you know, maybe get some ideas. I mean, I think now that they can do it, it's great to have an image if it looks decent.
Yeah, cause there's that image of him giving that speech, isn't there, in our paperwork?
I don't know if that's,
I don't
is that
remember if
at
there was,
DW or is that the?
there were some other images that we got in our packets.
Right. Man, I sort of thought that the photo of him receiving the award from Herring was pretty evocative.
Mhm.
Kind of makes the point that he was anti-Semitic.
And not just by words. There was a picture to prove.
Right,
Oh, yeah, you did say.
and then there was back, they may have been working together, Hollywood Studio backer signs.
Mhm.
And the estimate was around 250 to 400 for the panel and the installation 300. Yeah, 300, yeah. And then there was also discussion of pursuing a grant possibly, but you said that might be able to just be worked into the budget, somewhat of a small.
yeah, I mean, I don't know, unless he had a line on a specific grant, or you guys know of any. For that small amount of money, probably spend more time applying for the grant than it's worth, so. Yeah, I mean, we can, one way, you know, sure, we can
I think that's something also that Rick had brought to our attention. Was the Dane County Historical Society was doing a project, but I don't know if that is active anymore.
They were doing.
About adding these signs to different landmarks.
Adding that context kind of
Mhm.
sign.
Yeah.
Well. Make a point of inviting him next time, if we can.
Yeah, I don't know if that is active or if it expired.
We're looking at that. It's just Dane County.
Dane County Historical School. Historical, I think that's what it's called.
Okay, so. Well, you'll draft up some additional text about. Provide further context for some life in particular, see, it mentions that he went to UW or the other, or that he got an honorary degree.
Oh,
So
in the existing?
yeah,
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, yeah.
but certainly, yeah, the kidnapping and murder and, yeah.
So, yeah, the baby should have any other elements that I should. Maybe just do some general research, see if anything.
Yeah, I don't know how
There
much,
was a lot of research in the previous packets. It's not included in this one, so I don't remember everything that was in there, but.
Yeah. Okay, I'll look at. I looked in mostly in a folder that Thor had, but yeah, I'll look at this.
Maybe the minutes online.
I guess the only other thing I was wondering was like, if anyone had strong like opinions on like the style of like angled sign, like there's like two posts, there's like frame or no frame. Yeah, I don't know if we wanted to decide that now or later. I could get cost estimates for.
yeah, I could.
Yeah.
For,
Multiple.
I assume
Mhm.
it would be pretty easy for them to show, a digital image of what each one would look like.
And then the city would put the marker in. So then they have to do the pad that it's on.
Yeah, the city would have to do the pad.
Public Works would be utilized to install the sign.
So, yeah, didn't you say that there was a cost? with
And
them?
it has a bunch of different costs in under the minutes and.
Yeah, I don't know that anybody would find this thing. It's such an obscure place.
It is, yeah,
People look up these things, though. There's a database of all historical markers.
And if you're, if you're a plain person,
right,
you might be just eager beaver to find it. And then go to the off Broadway now.
Right, yeah.
So was the airport in the old like area of the mall?
Yeah. That whole field.
Gotcha.
I remember a hangar.
Really? Okay,
I remember an airport hangar out there.
nice.
It was just a big empty field.
Makes sense,
Hmm.
makes sense.
okay, so. We have a list of things that are.
Yeah. And then I don't know, what do you, which do you feel that he should check for, maybe just Temple Bethel and see where they direct you from there, maybe, I don't know.
Does anybody have any contacts
I don't know.
there?
I could start with Rick.
I would start with Rick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a true, yeah, just,
Yeah.
yeah.
There you go.
Okay. Good.
Okay. So, then we'll move on. 7A, discussion and possible action on the historic tax credit workshop given by WHS during the Wisconsin Historic Preservation Month, which is May. Sue, I know you've been communicating with those folks and he's right as up to date.
Yes.
But I guess what's the question for us to resolve?
Yeah, so this was also brought to me by Rick. He wondered whether it would be a good idea to do an HDC Historic Tax Credit Workshop for Historic Preservation Month, since the Historic Society is kind of eager, I guess, or willing to do those kinds of things free of charge, by the way. Very cool. And so he brought up that there might be homes, especially within the new historic district in Monona, Frost Woods, that would be interested in taking advantage of the tax credits, which would cover up to 20% of a, you know, of a qualified rehabilitation like project on a historic home. So yeah, so he had that idea. He gave me a bunch of information, and then he thought maybe commercial businesses would be interested as well, especially the Nichols School and one other school. So he gave me that. I got in touch with Andrea. She said she would be willing to. She just wanted to know a date and time, obviously, and then how long for a session. And then whether the big thing was whether we wanted to do the like both programs, like one for the commercial income producing properties, historic tax credit, or just the private home historic tax credit, because they're two different programs. And she said if you present both of them in one presentation, people who it doesn't apply to will get bored and not pay attention.
Right.
So I concur with that. I've taken advantage of the 25% state tax credit for my home rehabilitation. And I would say that would be a very useful thing for the residential only. Commercial side, generally, they don't all know about it, but they're savvy enough. They usually understand and know what they can do. They can get experts to help them with it. So, makes sense. Yeah, the residential makes sense.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
So I don't know if this was brought up because of the new historic district or as a side from it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Like
I think
the commission didn't bring this forward, so I don't
Right.
know how.
No, I think, trying to remember now, but in discussions with Thor before he left, we had talked about, and I think that's in his transition plan, the need to do something in May. So, and I think Rick is the one who brought this to your attention as a potential event for us to do.
So I feel like this might be a little out of order. I feel like we need to review our work plan before we discuss adding to the work plan, basically, because we have a list of things we wanted to accomplish and do during preservation month. And I'm not advocating for the tax credit workshop because I am an advocate of it, and our neighbors. So I am in the Crossroads neighborhood, and so I'm very active in knowing what's going on. And we are planning to talk to the residents about the tax credits. So that's kind of like a redundancy for that.
You know when that's
I don't have a specific date yet. I do know that, I don't know if I want to go off topic here, but I do know that Justin Miller is going to present to our neighborhood his National Register and all his findings. I do know that the Madison Trust is active in
Yeah,
doing things, so.
this is a different presentation.
This is by the historical city, this is by SHPO, I get that. But the neighborhood is already working to inform the residents, so if it's for them, it's redundant. If it's for the entire community of Monona, it's great.
Mhm.
But again, I don't know where that falls in our work plan.
Well, this is in May, so we need to, I think that the idea is we need to approve this. Because it's like not that far away and get it on their calendar
Right.
and get a space,
I understand that.
so.
I just know that we have other things we wanted to do during preservation month, and if this falls in line, that's great.
What other things do we wanna do?
I don't have the work plan in front of me.
I mean, there've been talked about doing a walking tour, but that was obviously, we didn't. Not time or. People to put that together for this year.
Yes, the current sort of work plan that we had thought of was the nominations and then the historic create guidelines for historic property construction, the walking tour, GOTA, and then the muzzle and certificate of appropriateness.
Yeah, I think Rebecca's talking about
That's
something else.
Yeah, I don't see the work plan in the packet. It's on the agenda, but I don't see it on the packet.
Yeah, it wasn't really intended, it's really, that could have been under staff reports, because that,
We had a working document.
well,
It's in the,
We've been using it for at least the past 5 years.
well. We need to find out.
Well, is this something that we could do in conjunction, that it's not necessarily coming from us, but have the library try to come on board with something with this too?
No, I don't,
No?
I mean, we might wanna have the event at the library.
Yeah.
But I don't, um,
Just to kind of spread it a little bit wider than just us doing what was on the action plan, then maybe they could pick up the slack on
Right.
this.
do they, I mean, would be nice, I guess, to have a promotional flyer at the library.
Mhm.
I don't know if they have any of those kind of materials, or we have to make them.
I can look into that, yeah, not sure.
Cause they'll do the display probably, they always. For the monthly,
I don't know what they're, I don't know.
they usually put out the books,
Oh, yeah.
you know, yeah.
Mhm.
And now maybe, I think I do remember a discussion of possibly something at the library to show what had been done for the national recognition. So that the public knew that the area was
Okay.
designated.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I just seemed like we needed
There was so
more.
much on the list.
Yeah, but
I
it
can't-
seemed like
I
when,
can't
you know,
remember
I mean,
where.
I understand the Frostwoods community understands all this, but does the rest of the community understand that?
Tell you honestly, people for us who is probably do not understand.
Correct.
No,
very well.
yeah,
Correct.
that's something that's
Yeah,
something we're
so,
working on. It's
yeah.
not something that's done already.
I would also, I don't know what the neighborhood association plans are for each of this, but. I think more information is better.
mhm,
Me too.
If there's a way to do this in conjunction or whatever with the neighborhood. That would be great. I mean, you got the expert who's third party,
mhm,
unbiased, not saying anybody else is biased, just
Right.
saying that it's straight from the source, the people
Right.
you're gonna actually work with.
it's a workshop, like it says, yeah,
And
Yeah.
going back on this commercial question though, excluding that. Doesn't Airbnb usage qualify as an income producing property? Is there still the ability to do that in Monona, even if it's only for half the year? Can an Airbnb operator, owner operator,
mhm,
take advantage of the 20/20, which is better than
Right.
only the state?
Mhm.
Correct. So,
I'm sure it still has a statement on that.
I would be interested to know what the answer is. Have you heard that one before? I have not.
I have
So,
never.
I'm
I've
curious
never heard
about
that.
Sure.
Cause it's not a commercial entity. Well, they
They
might
got
have an
permission.
LLC, I
Yeah.
suppose, yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm sure
they could
it's fine.
LLC themselves for something.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean,
The flip side is that might incentivize people to Airbnb, so.
yes.
Andrea could answer that at the workshop.
Mhm.
So did she have dates or do we, or,
She told me that she's available in the evenings on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And thought if we scheduled it during our regular landmarks meeting, that would work out nicely.
yeah. But, and that would be May what? 19th.
Question.
I'm with Matt. I think the more you give them, and if they wanna come, they can come, and if they don't, they don't. You know, because the person that might come to that might not go for the walk, or the person that goes to the walk might not do, you know what I mean?
Right,
It's a whole different.
Yeah.
Way of looking at preserving.
we want to make sure to get it in the city newsletter and maybe do a PSA for WVMO, or at least get it to Will, so it's on the, they go through what's happening around Monona.
And maybe they'll discuss your neighborhood. You know, as an example. This has already started in the community, this is a group that's done this, blah, 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 and. See if anybody else wants to pick up a baton and do the same.
Should. I guess. I just wanna know what my next steps would be. Or like, are we gonna make a decision?
Yeah, I think we can. So why don't we have a motion, just make it official on doing the historic tax credit workshop on May, what did he say?
19th.
19th.
Approval of scheduling the workshop.
So a second,
I'll second that.
further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
It's approved, so. Yeah, so the next, I mean, obviously, contact her,
Mhm.
Reserve library for that day. Reserve a room. in the
Yeah.
library.
yeah, I think that would be the best space in municipal room. So yeah, make sure it's available.
And then you
first.
said what, 5:30? Do it at the same time as the general, yeah.
Yep, I think so, right?
Okay, is it still 25% for the state?
What
Is it still 25% for the state only?
I believe so. I don't do resident.
30,
Yeah, right.
same time as commission meeting.
Yeah,
Change.
Okay.
yeah, and it'll be lighter then, you know, so people will be out more.
Would we be doing? Like provide like refreshments or something like that? Or I'm not sure.
No,
Or
No,
they do.
Typically.
just a
Okay.
public service, yeah.
Okay.
I would look at it as that.
Easy.
If you wanna make cookies, it's fine.
Yeah, and then reach out to WVMO and put something in the city newsletter. I mean, obviously, doesn't have to do it. No point doing it to or people.
Yeah.
And
Flyer promotional materials, stuff like that.
I think it'd be good to check with Brian at the library to see
Mhm.
if anything they're doing in May. So,
For preservation.
yeah,
Mhm.
okay. So 7B, review commission's future work plan. You say Thor had created a work plan?
Teresa and Thor together created an Excel document. And we've been working with that for many years.
Huh. Good. News to me. I'm looking through my old,
I haven't seen it yet, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot in Thor's turnover document, but.
would that have been included in the packet or?
We usually had it in the packet, right?
Yeah, and
Nice.
I'm afraid to back out of here because I don't know where I'll go, but I would go back and look in my, you know, I mean, I could look in what I've saved the previous packets,
That's
but,
true, you go back to
But-
like.
but
Be nice
I don't wanna
have-
lose this. Back out of here in front of me.
Be nice
And
to-
I would say Teresa was probably the one that had, she liked that Excel stuff, so she probably had it.
She probably still has it.
Yeah.
So I would say contact Albert Rademacher.
Yeah.
And ask her if she has the Excel spreadsheet with the landmarks. work plan.
It might help with some of these things I see that.
The walk, cause she was pressing the walk
Well,
too.
well, I says future nominations, but that's not really what that
No,
is, they're landmarks already. They're not, it's. We were putting
Oh, yeah,
together the documentation
Right,
for
that's
these.
it, but, yeah.
approvals.
oh, correct, that's what we were doing the conferring of that, yeah.
right. The first one, shoot, that's really, it's not.
Yeah, and it had,
yeah,
we had names next to.
Yeah.
It's just, documenting existing.
I will say though, where I walked by Schultz Farm. They're at the corner of Winnequa and Dean. He's bushwhacked everything. So I wonder if he's getting ready for sale.
Where is it?
Dean and Winnequa Road.
Oh, yeah,
There's that farmhouse, the Schultz farmhouse.
right,
Cause say I walked by there
These
the other.
bushes aren't part of the landmark.
No, but I'm saying it, you know, to sell,
yeah.
to house. I'm just saying he's bushwhacking, cleaning it up a little bit. And I was gonna go, cause now you can see the carriage house a lot better.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was gonna go take pictures so that you could. I didn't think about it when I walked by. It was just like, holy shit, he got rid of a lot of bushes and trimmed the trees up, you know, all around so you can see the house.
Maybe it's old, or,
Don't know.
so I don't, yeah,
Search tonight.
If you look at it in the packet, or would it be?
so those, the Sawyer Farm documentation is pretty much, it's pretty
put
pretty
together.
close to, yeah, it's
Mhm.
basically done, he just didn't.
We only had like 4 left.
Right,
maybe.
4 left and
These 2 and maybe 2 more.
I think like the Chapel of Memories or something at the
Yeah, they-
cemetery. or-
That would have been with that.
Yeah.
Work,
Okay,
like what
Done it.
ones
It's
we've
about-
done and what ones
Yeah.
are still
Say-
standing,
okay, when you say they're done, do you mean they're?
Updated.
updated. So
Okay.
Yeah, that,
the little context
Mhm.
is. All of our landmarks were just put a boulder in front of it with a
Yeah.
plaque that said, this is a landmark now. No paperwork, no documents, nothing.
Oh.
So the Landmarks Commission for the past, I don't know, decade.
12 years.
maybe, Has
I'll be
been
truthful.
slowly filling this list out.
So you can see Ernie's, I don't think we
Oh,
checked
so we have
that.
more than 4.
But no, we were down to the businesses left. We had most of the homes done.
Yeah.
And we were down to businesses.
Because if somebody were to come to us and say, we wanna do such and such to our property.
right,
We need the documentation to
Right.
Gotcha,
be able to
To say, here's this and that.
look at what it is.
so they're already landmarks, you just formalize
Mhm.
document, okay. Gotcha.
so those two should be ready for, we can do those at the next meeting, right?
It looks like Schluter was in progress, so Thor may have already
That's fine,
started
yeah,
that one.
good.
Yeah,
It's pretty much done, yeah.
yeah. Great.
Um.
Yeah, and then like I say, I see the Schultz home was one of them there, and then I don't know what's below the bridge road,
What's that?
below. Well, yeah, then we're
Oh.
getting to not, those are the ones that were demolished or a mound or something.
Right.
Right. So I think we had the two homes left to do, and then we have that Tower of Memories and Nichols School and Ernie's Trading Post, which would be the businesses.
I don't know if you wanna talk about it later, but as far as gathering materials. Where would I go? Yeah.
Is what we
talked
had.
about
It was a
books.
buffer.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
So we would need for the next
Mhm.
packet, we would want the form that's. For the one that's already in progress
Mhm.
and whatever is included in that, so that we can see if there's anything outstanding.
Okay,
cause I don't think we called people, did we?
No.
No, we didn't get like that. We just took what was,
Usually you go to like the Blooming Grove, do you want?
yeah, whatever
The library.
booklets there are about it.
okay.
And I know Ernie does have stuff, not Ernie, but anyway, down there at the trading post, they have stuff on the wall. Memorabilia, articles.
So that can be communication outside of here.
Yeah, maybe, yeah,
Gotcha.
And certainly, I think the
Is
previous, the landmark. Booklets,
right,
Yeah,
and then I
those-
did take pictures of all the markers, so we had the text that were on the markers
Hmm.
to relate back to.
Oh.
So I think I sent all those to Thor.
Okay.
If not, sorry, I deleted them.
sure
Doug,
they-
Doug should know about these things too, cause
Yeah.
Doug used to chair, or not chair, but
Right.
he used to be in this position. Doug actually helped us start. No, Doug, I'm sorry, Plowman, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
You are Doug too. But he actually helped us start this endeavor.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Cool, so I can go to him as well.
I can't find.
Yeah.
Good for me.
I'd have to look back.
I'll find it.
Well, yeah, hopefully.
Cause now I bumped it now.
So you have create, if we're done with that, create guidelines for historic property construction. I kind of thought we weren't actually gonna try to tackle that.
This was part of our work plan too, like, so the CLG grants that the state offers, this would be something that we could get the grant for. We would have to apply for the grant,
Okay,
and somebody else we could hire a consultant that way
Okay.
to write them.
How's this
Because we don't
different?
have any guidelines to say like the Schrader House were to come to us, we don't have any design guidelines
Mhm.
to go by.
How's this different from the Secretary of Tier standards or
Right.
guidelines?
This is more design than it is, how do I do it? And the Secretary of Interior, or how you do it, how you don't.
Okay.
So.
Huh.
So like if you look at all the bungalows in Marquette, right, you wanna know what aspects, materials, whatever,
For that
that
typology.
typology, right? So this would be a different typology. Like for even your international, so it'd be. What is an international?
Okay.
There are, most communities have them.
so you might wanna just add up to that it's basically a CLG grant.
Yeah.
Application,
Yeah.
what it amounts to,
Okay.
certified local government.
Yeah.
Thrown around at grants.
So I'm sure it paid for the nomination for my house, so.
They pay for all our nominations.
Yeah.
Okay.
That might be a side thing, but that you might wanna, if we were to do the CLG grant for this year, might wanna look into the timeline.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I think I did talk to Justin and someone. I think it's end of March. Have materials.
Mhm.
Like reports. We have that on the radar.
Okay.
That's, we're not gonna get it done by the end of March. I mean,
Right.
I don't know how,
That's just to the annual report so that you can.
oh, the annual
apply.
report, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I thought you meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, we need to know what their deadlines are for
Okay,
CLG grants, just in general,
Just-
anyway,
okay.
um. Okay, Crossroads Historic Walking Tour. I know we talked about that before, but I don't remember, I don't know where it.
I believe this can be taken off the agenda. The Madison Trust for Historic Preservation is doing Frostwood's special tour this year.
Oh, that's nice. So they just kind of lifted that
Okay.
themselves then, right?
Yeah.
That's good. Thank you for that.
What's the date for that?
It's going to be the day after our annual campaign. So what's that, wait, it would be the day before, Saturday after Labor Day.
Oh, okay.
Cool, okay,
That's so nice of them to, that was a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
No, I've been
It's still
involved.
under the work.
It's a lot of work, yeah.
Is that gonna be a regular annual thing? or
No,
just-
this is their special tour that they put out. They put out a special tour every year. They do regular tours throughout the summer and then one specialty tour.
okay, Spring Haven Pagoda Restoration. I swear, I don't think this has changed.
I saw someone stop and read the sign the other day.
I don't know if this is-
I saw people come in the
usually if
park.
There's an update or not, and I don't know where we left,
Yeah,
we left off, we couldn't find anybody to do anything.
Yeah.
So as far as next steps, we're seeking a qualified conservator. And then next steps for commission were new capital budget request, continue seeking conservator and seek final determination on structural integrity.
Damn.
I
but
watched,
don't we have an engineer's opinion, such structures now?
Yeah.
Can we
that was
move to
mentioned.
dismiss this topic?
No.
see, she's liking my idea.
Yeah, okay.
We're gonna either address it or we're gonna dismiss it.
Well,
Dismissing it for 12 years.
I know
I mean, I do think at some point, you know, it might, yeah. Not just take it off the agenda, but tell the city council, like. We've tried to find out a solution to it, we can't, you know, it's like. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know, I saw one
City owns
program,
Property, so it's the city's liability.
yeah,
right,
We've done our diligence to try to.
yeah,
Yeah.
Fix it.
there's no money in the budget for it anymore either, because that's the money that was in there finally.
Yeah.
Mark, the finance director said, we gotta spend it. on
Well,
something
that
else.
makes it even more so.
yeah, so I mean, we put a dome over it, can we?
Like your motion, I would second.
I know, it's a tough call, it's so hard.
I mean, is this something we can forward to the council to determine what they want to do with it?
Do we throw it?
Yeah, I guess I would say if we're gonna do that, let's put it on as an agenda item for the next meeting. Take a formal vote on it and
And decide.
say,
And I'll keep
Yes.
trying to find that program where it had a pagoda on it that was in a gardens. I think it was like in Kansas or somewhere. And I didn't get it was one of those master garden shows I was watching and there was a freaking pagoda, looked just like ours. And I did not get the show
yeah,
number, you know what I mean?
right,
So that I could get the tape and talk to the people and find out about it, but yeah.
I had a question actually about the pagoda. Is it allowed to just like take it out or
That's
is
what
that,
I'm afraid of.
is that
No.
not allowed as a landmark?
So there is a very extensive history to this,
Mhm.
and if you would like it, I can give it to you, sir. There is a preservation plan for this pagoda that was never followed through on.
Wow.
And
The whole plan.
yes, There's a very extensive history to it.
When was that?
Before they were.
2015 maybe?
Yeah, before they started
Saga was
working
still
on the
here.
park.
Okay,
So, to me, as a.
It's online, it's on the landmarks landing page.
Okay.
okay,
I was, as just like a new resident to Monona, I was thinking like it almost could use just like a marker, like a replica or something. And I think that would be like something that you could easily get a sculptor to do, like versus. trying to
Yeah, there's a
restore-
really extensive history to this.
Yeah.
I mean, that's,
Hence, Matt doesn't wanna ever talk about
I
it.
mean, that was,
And we're all here for the saga.
yeah. I
I'm
mean,
not
I
here for it.
Oh, you're done with the saga, huh?
I'm not, I was done with the saga when I voted for demolition.
Oh, no.
I
See,
said
I-
sauna, that would be great there.
A beer time.
So would that need a motion to bring to the? council?
Let's put it on the agenda for the next meeting. So the
I'll still watch those TV shows. I'll
discussion, just possible
Does it
action.
look
on
exactly
Spring
like
Lane,
our program?
Dakota.
It was so crazy.
Okay.
And it was old. It was an old one too, so.
But yes, what seemed to be a relatively should be simple project, at least 12 years ago. Wasn't.
That Asian influence just drags you out for more.
Okay, item B, 5, Bungalow certificate of appropriateness, that's just on there that I think we're expecting. An application to do some work on the exterior, but we don't have it yet, so.
Oh, wait. Absolutely.
So once it comes in, then obviously that'll be come about the next agenda, so. All right, any other staff or commissioners have any updates, Henry? You go
Yes.
first.
I sent it by email, but that was a month ago, but I promoted the Frost Woods Justin's talk that he's gonna be doing on Monona's Facebook as well as the newsletter. I asked Doug Plowman if that would be something we could put on the front of the website. But I have not heard back, so I just Teams messaged him,
I
so.
think, you know, just to contact the person that puts it on, you can put it on our landmarks
Mhm.
landing page.
Oh, okay.
But then you through your rotation, I think, I don't know how Thor always did it, I think you just contacted the media guy.
Okay,
I don't.
yeah, I'll talk to Wheelman.
Okay.
Yeah. He'll give me a quick answer. And then. Yeah. As Doug said, bungalow and certificate of appropriateness is still waiting. The Monona City Council approved the landmark designation for 1509 Winnequa. For the Charles Wright and the Shepherd House. The council also approved the landmarks commission request to reduce size from 7 to 5 members. And then the Wisconsin Historical Society obviously approved Monona's Frost Woods as a new historic district in November. And then I followed up with also, it's the same Justin, about WHS updating the landmarks map with the Thomas House, and I didn't get a response.
No, he's with UW Milwaukee's Cultural Resources, and they did our
Okay, Justin Miller.
Justin Miller,
Okay.
right? Yeah, he's not with the Historical Society though.
Oh, okay, it's not that, thank you.
And that, the grant paid for that, so I don't know if updating that is,
Oh, all right.
we can just update it at free of charge, right? Like we paid him to do it.
Okay. Well, so I'll follow up with him.
Yeah.
Try to get an answer.
Okay,
That's it for me.
all right, any updates on diversity, equity, inclusion, or sustainability efforts? Any landmark commission member requests for city staff.
I did talk to Henry earlier about getting a redacted version from, right up. Curious what the redactions show.
I don't think any of us have seen that.
I understand
The
it probably protects the mounds and
It
maybe it's got
does.
this public realm. But I still would like to see him if it's possible.
Yeah, I would check with Shippo on that, 'cause I know that none of us have seen the unredacted version. Because it does protect the archaeological sites, not just the mounds.
I'll look into that. It was originally publicly available for a time, and that was brought to our attention, and then
Oh.
we, yeah, we switched it to the redacted version.
I know when they presented it to us, the neighborhood, I don't know if we went to that or not. Though. I know they talked about it.
Okay,
I don't know if they legally can, is what I'm saying.
right,
I'll push that button.
all right, next meeting, March 17th. St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, maybe out of town.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
That's not positive yet.
Will there be beer?
Green beer, yeah, absolutely. Not here, but yeah. All right, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
I have a conflict and just FYI. Starting at 6 p.m.
For sure,
Yes.
and maybe.
Mine's mostly.
Most likely.
It's work related, so I can't say it's promised.
Okay.
Just let me. And you know, you're
I'm
still,
free. I'll let you know a couple days ahead of time.
All right.
Trying to see if that Schultz house sold.
Okay, well, let's,
So,
that'll mean if you guys are gone, we'll have to have John here.
yeah,
I mean, I might be able to zoom in, but. I'd have to see.
Okay,
what's the
Otherwise,
address of
yeah.
Schultz? 4611.
there's really nothing, we already acted on the historic preservation bond, so there's really not, if we
If
did,
we
if we
don't
didn't meet, it's not.
I was gonna say, if we don't have the certificate of appropriateness, that's not. like-
Right. We did have a fair amount of stuff kind of backed up, and so I think maybe for a little while, we might have meetings a little more frequently. But eventually, that's kind of as needed, but I don't know, get on a 3-month or quarterly schedule, something like that. But who knows? Business may not allow that kind of schedule, so. Okay, did we vote for adjourned?
I move to adjourn.
And someone seconded, but we didn't say.
Everyone who wants to go home, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned.
Did you